What is up, everybody? It is Coach Alex, the Boogeyman here, and it is time for another midweek musing. And this week, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to talk about learning how to box from videos. Now, obviously, there's some irony here because I do a lot of videos about boxing, about focus points, different tips, that kind of thing. But we have noticed now more than ever, people are learning how to do things at home. They're doing online workouts, online videos, that kind of thing, which can be a fine thing to supplement your workout. But if you're actually trying to learn boxing, that is not something you're going to want to do on video. And it doesn't matter. We're not even going to talk about today whether or not, these video programs are good workouts, are good for you, anything like that. I'm not even going to discuss them versus in person. I just want to talk about purely learning boxing. Now, boxing is a sport. It is a new sport. It is a new language. It is a new way of moving your body. It may be a way you've never moved before. And I have learned more than anything in these past 3.5 years of owning this club. Everybody moves a little bit different. So it doesn't matter how reputable the credentials are of any online boxing program. It's about you learning it. Without that feedback, you're not going to be able to learn the proper techniques from boxing. Now, I've noticed something else in these 3.5 years, and don't take this as an insult because I include myself in this category. We have a very different perception of what we're doing than what we're actually doing. That's one reason I like to record myself on video a lot, because I will catch myself doing things I don't think I'm doing. So again, it is very important that you have feedback when you're learning how to box. There's a certain way that we have our hands. There's a certain way that we move our body. And you need someone to take a look at what you're doing and give you feedback. The other thing is that not everybody responds to the same feedback. So I can tell you how to throw a lead hook, and I might tell somebody, that you want to turn your hips, that you want to turn your heel out like you're clearing a shelf. That may not mean anything to them. Sometimes you have to adapt. Coaches can adapt to you. Maybe I've told you that a million times and it hasn't helped. Or maybe finally I say, okay, you want to point your left toe in the same direction of your hook, and then finally it clicks, you got it. It takes that repetition and it takes that coaching to really learn. Now you might say, well, so what? What if I don't learn the proper way to box? If you're hitting a heavy bag, that can actually be dangerous. You can hurt your wrist, you can hurt your hands if you're not doing things properly. It also leads to bad habits. So if you ever do want to hit the heavy bag, or go even further in boxing, you're going to have these bad habits that are harder to fix. I can tell you again from experience, the bad habits, the more you get them ingrained into your muscle memory, the much harder they're ever going to be to change. So you want to start with the good habits so that it's much easier to fine tune as you get better and better. So again, I know I like to teach people tips about boxing, but you need some sort of in-person experience. You need some sort of feedback to keep helping you grow, to keep getting better at this. We've seen some people come in here recently who have done done stuff online on their own, which is great because they're interested in boxing and they want to learn. But I can tell you almost everybody has had some bad habits and done some things that are actually dangerous and bad for them. I don't want you to do that. I want you to learn the proper way. So any questions, comments, please let me know. Happy training, everybody. And remember, technique is everything.